almost there. You're not almost there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to compare the HEX bar deadlift with the conventional deadlift and tell you which one is probably better for you. Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. If you need coaching heading into the new year, check out the link down below. I'm not a check-in once a week type of guy. All right, so I was asked by an individual in the comments section to talk about the HEX bar deadlift versus a conventional deadlift and the differences and which one might be better for the average lifter, or just to kind of compare things so you guys can decide. Now, first off, if your gym doesn't have a HEX bar deadlift, I would probably put a little squeeze on them, put a little bug in their ear, because whether you're at a home gym or a commercial gym, a HEX bar deadlift is a really cost-effective addition. If you go over to any of the major fitness equipment retailers, you can find a HEX bar for pretty darn cheap. So if you're not certain whether it's a good addition for your home gym, you're not certain whether you want to use it or not, get the darn thing anyway. Get the HEX bar, the trap bar deadlift. It's cheap. Even if you end up not using it for deadlifts, you can still use it for things like shrugs. A lot of times I'll get questions on shrugs, like how do I do shrugs without jamming my junk with the bar? Well, the HEX bar, trap bar deadlift is perfect for that. All right, let's talk about your lower back health. When it comes to the conventional deadlift, one thing I've learned from coaching is that it's much more challenging for the average individual to learn the conventional deadlift than I suspected. Yes, you see a lot of form videos on the internet, and form isn't perfect, but the HEX bar deadlift is much easier on the lower back. The conventional deadlift is harder on the lower back. If you're not looking at getting into powerlifting, if you're not looking to getting into bodybuilding, maximum, let's maximize every last thing we can, then the HEX bar deadlift is a great choice. It's much easier on your lower back. I do not think you're really going to sacrifice much back development. So let me backtrack a little bit and talk about this lift as a body part type of lift. Like, what I mean is we have a tendency to fit each lift into a body part box. People ask me all the time, is the deadlift a back exercise? Is it a leg exercise? Similarly, is the HEX bar deadlift or trap bar deadlift a back exercise or a leg exercise? I consider it a unicorn exercise, okay? More than any other big compound lift, the deadlift or deadlift variations really hits the body in a myriad of ways, okay? So yes, it's going to hit your legs, it's going to hit your traps. Even when I deadlift, I can even feel my chest. I can even pick up chest soreness and stress. So the deadlift and the HEX bar deadlift are more unicorn lifts. We don't want to fit them necessarily into one body part box, but I will say more than any body part, it has helped my back development, my traps, my upper back, my erectors, and my lower back. So more than any other body part or area, the deadlift and the HEX bar deadlift are probably going to be considered heavily a back exercise. So with all this understood, when it comes to programming, I'm probably going to program the deadlift or the HEX bar deadlift in a back slot. Now, normally, those of you guys that watch my channel know that I typically program in about 12 hard sets for the upper back during the course of a week, rows and lat pull downs and pull-ups and all that kind of stuff. I tend to not put the deadlift or HEX bar deadlift into that box because it's a unicorn lift. I tend to do my 12 hard sets for back and then add in my deadlifts and HEX bar deadlifts, understanding they're more back-centric, but I don't count them as back work. So just to recap, if you're not sure which exercise is right for you, You're going to get good benefits out of using the HEX bar deadlift if you're just the average lifter. You don't have to use the conventional deadlift. You can get good back development, good trap development out of using the HEX bar deadlift. It's a cheap alternative for your home gym. Now, when it comes to learning form, when it comes to getting form down, and I touched on this a little bit earlier, the HEX bar deadlift is more leverage friendly. Your weight is more over the center of the bar, where the center of the barbell would be. So when you go to learn this lift, it's going to feel more natural and easier to learn. It's going to place less stress on your lower back because of that. So overall, you can build a lot of strength on the HEX bar deadlift. It has a much better learning curve when it comes to form. It's going to treat your lower back great. And there's really no downside in using it unless you're really focused on powerlifting or you just really love the conventional deadlift. I love the conventional deadlift. Now, I will say that it's okay to use both. One of the things I advocate for many people that ask me is that you maybe alternate every other week. If you are kind of new into the lifting game, one thing you could do is focus on your HEX bar deadlift one week, then your conventional deadlift the next, and take your time on the conventional deadlift. Take your time. You don't have to rush on these lifts. There's such an obsession with this whole cult of barbell mindset. Well, we have to get these lifts rapidly up to speed or else we're somehow inferior. Take your time on these lifts, especially the conventional deadlift. There's no rush. Get your form down. Stick around 135 for a freaking year if you have to, and have somebody help you with form. I'd be glad to help. You could send videos to me on Instagram at BenTheBarman anytime, or join Team Massive, link down below. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.